attacked or harmed. That is, they can say all these things and still pick up their welfare check. So, you know, they've learned that they can do and say anything they want to do, and they'll get a free pass on it.
Well, sir, I want to invite you back up in the near future for a full hour and send me like a email with talking points. I don't normally do this with a lot of guests, but so we kind of do an educational presentation with some slides, some of your books, your materials, and then do a whole hour where we go through, say, A to B, C to D, you know, all the way to Z, and because we're also TV, not just radio, so we can create an educational video on the 101 of what's happening. And is this a culture you want to live under? Because Orthodox Islam is always running around enslaving other Muslims and killing them to make them become more hardcore and more extreme. And so if you want to live under a bullying system where your wife and daughter can't drive cars, where their genitals are cut off, and where women are executed if their husbands feel like it, then you probably want to support Gloria Steinem because she supports these people.
And by the way, even in Islamic State, who is the most viciously attacked? Kafirs? No. The ones that are mostly killed are bad quality Muslims. They're Shia, or there's someone who's not observant enough.
Look at this headline. Every day it's 17 this day, 200 something that day. The latest, 200 plus women have their heads cut off on video, Muslim women, because they refuse to become sex slaves. They have to make them, quote, agree to it because they weren't good Muslims. We'll put that on screen. I mean, what type of freakazoid garbage is this?
Well, one of the things, here's the mark of a professional, Alex, and I think you've just illustrated the point. You can't make this stuff up. That means you're a professional when you study Islam, is that, and this is serious. Everyone who knows a lot about Islam, like the fact you just quoted is like, what? What? How can you make this up? And you can't. 250 women in...
And that's just the one they pulled up from a few months ago. There's another one today here in my stack somewhere. And this was little girls they were killing. I mean, I read some story where 100 plus men raped a 6-year-old till she died. What type of whacked out loon people are these? I mean, they're crazy.
Well, I don't... that kind of suffering, it just disturbs me. But what also disturbs me is, where are the feminists on this issue? I want to know. They talk about a glass ceiling.
They're busy attacking you.
What?
They're busy attacking you and I.
I guess they are. But look, the suffering of women in the Middle East under Islam needs to be dealt with fairly. And if you're a real feminist, I think you would care for somebody who's being brutally, painfully tortured, even if they're not a member of America. So, I mean, look, I'm for women's rights for all women. And that's one of the objections I have to Islam.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Doctor, look forward to speaking to you again. PoliticalIslam.com, Dr. Bill Warner. I take the gloves off for any form of tyranny, whether it be the New World Order, communism, Orthodox Islam that is taking over whatever's left of Islam. And it's just all a plague on us all, and shows our ruling controllers are evil, absolute trash, or they're the most inept morons the planet's ever seen. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
We'll be back with the big Tim Kennedy premiere. He talks about the Second Amendment more and why he's joining InfoWars.